15 of the most beautiful royal jewellery. Stones with a history, green diamonds are rightfully considered one of the most expensive in the world. And first of all, this is due to the fact that such stones of natural origin can be found extremely rarely. The most famous mineral of this kind is considered to be the Dresden green diamond, weighing 41 carats, which has a natural apple green color. Found in the 18th century in India, it was subsequently exported to England, then to Germany. According to one source, the diamond was bought by the King of Poland and Saxony, August the Strong, in 1726. According to other sources, the stone was actually bought by Augustus the Strong's son, Augustus III, at the Leipzig Fair in 1742 through a Dutch intermediary for an amount estimated by historians at 400,000 thalers. The price of the green almond-shaped stone was equal to the cost of building the entire Dresden Cathedral. In 1742, the jeweller Johann Friedrich Dinglinger installed a green diamond as a sign of the Order of the Golden Fleece. Later, Saxon jewelers dismantled the order and placed a green diamond, along with two large white ones, 6.3 and 19.3 carats, and 411 small ones, in the scarf for the elector's hat set. The most expensive jewelry piece in Tiffany & Co.'s history. The World's Fair necklace is a masterpiece of jewelry design, featuring a stunning 80-carat central diamond known as the Empire Diamond, surrounded by 180 carats of diamonds. The necklace is made of platinum and took 2 years to create. The estimated value of this exquisite piece is between $20 to $30 million, making it the most expensive item in Tiffany & Co.'s history, after the legendary 128.54 carat Tiffany diamond. The design of the World's Fair necklace was inspired by a Tiffany necklace created for the 1939 World's Fair, featuring a 200-carat aquamarine at its center, valued at $557,000. The chief gemologist of Tiffany & Co., Victoria Reynolds, was thrilled to work with the 80-carat diamond, which she believed would breathe new life into the classic design. The central diamond can be removed and set into a ring, and the owner of the necklace will receive a lifetime service from Tiffany & Company, including a dedicated jeweler to assist with setting the diamond. However, there is one condition of purchase. The buyer must agree to allow Tiffany & Company to use the necklace for exhibitions. This extraordinary piece of jewelry is a testament to Tiffany & Company's reputation as the king of diamonds for the past 185 years. Royal tiara with diamonds and pearls. This exquisite tiara, decorated with diamonds and 11 natural pearls in the shape of a drop, has a rich history dating back more than 150 years. It is believed to have been created by the famous jewelers of my father and sons for Maria Vittoria del Pozzo on the occasion of her marriage to Amadeo I of Savoy in 1867. When her husband's father died in 1870, Amadeo became King of Spain and she became Queen Consort. The tiara is a transformer, which means it can be worn as a necklace. The largest pearl has a length of 20 millimeters. This masterpiece was sold at Sotheby's auction in Switzerland for 1.5 million Swiss francs, $1.66 million. The Savoy dynasty was founded in 1003 and ruled over Sicily, Sardinia, Italy, and Spain. The last king of Italy was Umberto II, a descendant of the dynasty, who held the throne for a little more than a month, from May 9th to June 12th, 1946, after which the Republican system won in the country. In 1978, a Soviet-Afghan archaeological expedition led by Viktor Sarianidi discovered unique treasures in Afghanistan that date back to the period of the Kushan Kingdom. These finds from the Tilia Tepe Mound, Golden Hill, are one of the largest archaeological finds of the 20th century. Bactria, the birthplace of Zoroastrianism, was part of the Persian Empire and then became part of the empire of Alexander the Great after his conquest of Persia in 330 BC. After Alexander's death in 323 BC, the empire was divided among his companions, Diadochi, and Bactria became part of the Seleucid Empire. Subsequently, control of the country passed to the Greeks, then to nomadic tribes, and then for 100 years it became the Kushan Kingdom. More than 20,000 gold objects, including jewellery, coins, and other artifacts, were found in the Tilia Tepe Mound. Among the graves of a Scythian queen and a warrior were discovered, which indicates that the Kushan Kingdom was conquered by the Siberian Scythians. The main population of the country were white people who came here from the regions of Anatolia, Mesopotamia, and others in search of water. Tiara of Princess Sophia. The tiara presented to Princess Sophia Helgqvist at her wedding to Prince Carl Philip is a unique and precious headdress. The tiara was made especially for her, and her story began with the purchase of an old tiara necklace that belonged to Queen Sylvia. The tiara was sent back to Thailand, where it was redesigned into a new wedding tiara with emeralds and diamonds. After the makeover, the tiara was given to the princess, and she shone in it at her wedding. More than a year after the celebration, Princess Sophia put on her wedding tiara again, but without emeralds, and she was wearing it differently. In December 2017, Sophia put on this tiara again, but with pearls. There are 9 pearls on top of the tiara. Thus, the tiara can be worn in different versions, which makes it even more unique and precious. Princess Sophia's tiara is not only a precious headdress, but also a symbol of love and commitment between Prince Carl Philip and his wife. She is also part of the royal history and traditions passed down from generation to generation. The ruby tiara of the royal family of the Netherlands, also known as cat ears because of its unusual shape, is one of the most valuable and historically significant headdresses in the world. King Willem III ordered this tiara in 1889 from the Melerio Ditzmiller jewellery house in Paris for his wife, Queen Emma. The tiara was part of the parure of the royal dynasty of Oranje-Nassau, consisting of 7 items. All 4 Dutch queens after Queen Emma wore this tiara, which makes it a symbol of royal history and traditions. Now it is part of the jewellery collection of Queen Maxima. This elegant tiara is decorated with diamonds and rubies, which create a vivid contrast and give it a special charm. Rubies are considered a symbol of love and passion, so they were often used in royal jewellery. The tiara was inherited from one queen to another, embodying the history of the royal dynasty of the Netherlands. This mesmerizing ruby tiara is one of the most precious headdresses in the Royal Netherlands collection and attracts attention with its sophistication and elegance. It is not just an ornament, it is a historical artifact that recalls the glorious history of the monarchy. Brooch, waterfall, or radiant. Brooch of Queen Victoria. This brooch was commissioned by Queen Victoria in 1856 by the Garrard Company to be worn on the then fashionable neckline of the bodice of the dress. It consists of a large emerald-cut diamond surrounded by 12 smaller diamonds, on which 9 diamond pendants hanging down are suspended. An old piece of jewellery was used to make the brooch, to which diamonds were added, presented to Queen Victoria by the Turkish Sultan Abdülmecid I in May of the same year. It is this brooch that is depicted in her portrait by Winterhalter in 1859. After the Queen's death, the brooch went to her son, King Edward VII, and the brooch was worn by his wife, Queen Alexandra, as a corsage decoration. Then the Queen Mother, Elizabeth Bowles-Lyon, wore it. The brooch now belongs to Queen Elizabeth II. This brooch is one of the most significant and recognizable royal jewellery. It symbolizes the wealth, luxury, and power of the royal family. The radiant brooch is worn only on special occasions such as royal balls, receptions, and ceremonies. It is a real work of art and decoration that impresses with its brilliance and elegance. The Braganza tiara, also known as the Brazilian tiara, is one of the most famous and historically significant headdresses in the world. The tiara was created in France by order of the Brazilian Emperor Pedro the Meilun for the future second wife, Amelia of Leuchtenberg, on the occasion of their wedding in 1829. The diamonds belonged to the emperor's first wife, Archduchess Leopoldina of Austria, who died in 1826. In a letter, Empress Amelia wrote to her mother, "The tiara was made of the best Brazilian diamonds of various sizes, and they are not visible in clear water." Amelia had no heirs to whom she could leave her jewellery. They passed to her sister Josephine, the Dowager Queen of Sweden and Norway. After Josephine, the tiara passed to her son, King Oscar II of Sweden, and his wife Sophia Nassau began to wear it. Later, the tiara was worn by Queen Victoria, Baden, wife of King Gustav V, and after his death in 1930, Queen Louise, Mountbatten, wife of Gustav VI Adolf. After the death of Queen Louise, the next person to wear the tiara was Queen Sylvia. The Braganza tiara consists of diamond arabesques, flowers and leaves decorated in gold and silver. This tiara is about 12.5 centimeters high and weighs about 1 kilogram. The Braganza tiara is not only a precious headdress, but also a symbol of royalty and heritage. It is also a testament to the rich history and traditions of the Swedish royal dynasty. The Crown Shield of Australia. This precious headdress was created specifically for the coronation of Queen Elizabeth II as Queen of Australia in 1953. The shield is decorated with more than 1,000 diamonds, rubies, emeralds and sapphires, as well as a jewellery cross and a ribbon with the inscription, "The Fool is Guilty," by the jewellery firm Garrard and Company. It represents a symbolic transfer of royal power from the UK to Australia and includes images of Australian symbols such as kangaroos, emus, walla and acacia trees. The Crown Shield of Australia is also used in official ceremonies in Australia related to the monarchy and the royal family. This unique and magnificent headdress is one of the most valuable items in the Australian royal collection and is still used at royal events in Australia. The diamond tiara is part of the royal regalia of Great Britain, used in the coronation ceremonies of British monarchs and the opening of Parliament. She is also depicted in paintings, postage stamps and currency. The Danish emerald parure. The parure is part of the jewellery collection belonging to the Danish throne. The parure consists of a tiara, a necklace, earrings and a brooch. The brooch is disassembled into 3 smaller brooches and can also serve as a pendant to a necklace. Queen Caroline Amalie forbade the export of the parure outside Denmark and imposed a ban on wearing by everyone except the Queen. Therefore, it is simply not possible to wear them at foreign royal events. Until 1914, the reigning Queen owned sets of royal jewellery. Queen Alexandrina sent them to Rosenborgsky Castle for safekeeping, and eventually they became part of the museum exhibition. The jewels remain there now, although of course they are issued at the request of any ruling queen. The parure was made by the jeweller C.M. Weishaupt in 1840 for Queen Caroline Amalie on the occasion of her silver wedding anniversary with King Christian VIII. It uses 26 emeralds, which King Christian VI presented to Queen Sophia Magdalene in 1723 in honor of the birth of the future Frederick V. 41 emeralds belong to Princess Charlotte of Denmark. The diamonds used in the tiara also previously belonged to the royal family. There are a total of 67 large emeralds and 2,650 diamonds in the parure. Today, this set of jewellery is one of the most significant and beautiful in the royal collection. Emeralds and diamonds in the parure shine and sparkle, creating a unique and luxurious look. Wearing this parka at royal events would indeed be a truly magnificent sight. Precious hats, royal hats replacing the crown. The peoples of the Akan group, Africa velvet, wood, gold leaf. The Akans, Akan, Akafo, Kambosi, Ton, are an ethnic group mainly representing the population of modern Ghana and Ivory Coast. Headdresses are one of the most colourful elements of the clothing of the kings of this ethnic group. It is believed that through this headdress, the supreme ruler receives heavenly messages. The crown is decorated with gold symbols with various symbols. For example, in the first photo, the crescent moon means feminine and the star means masculine. Moon and star is a symbol of love and fidelity. This symbol reflects the harmony that exists in the union between a man and a woman. The elephant is a symbol of strength and power. Faceted squares mean wind-resistant house, a symbol of fortitude and willingness to withstand the vicissitudes of life. The shell is a symbol and a wish for fertility to your country. The king may have several such caps and wear them depending on the ceremony in which he is to participate. The story of the Westminster halo tiara begins with the Arcot diamonds, which were originally installed in the tiara. The Arcot diamonds were bought by the Marquess of Grosvenor, Marquess of Westminster, as a birthday present to his wife. Arcot diamonds got their name from one of the 3 Arcot nabobs who ruled the Indian Principality of Carnatic in the period 1761 to 1818. In 1777, Nabob Arcot, India, Asim ud-Dawla, presented Queen Charlotte, wife of King George III of Great Britain, with 5 diamonds, the largest of which was an oval-shaped gemstone of 38.6 carats. In 1959, the 3rd Duke of Westminster was forced to sell the Westminster tiara with Arcot diamonds to cover inheritance tax. It was auctioned at Sotheby's in London and bought by jeweller Harry Winston for £110,000. Harry Winston decided to recut the poorly playing diamonds. The Arcot eye diamond was reduced to 31.01 carats. The Arcot II diamond to 18.85 carats. These diamonds were already installed in 2 different rings, which were sold to 2 American buyers from Texas in 1959 and 1960, respectively. The Delhi Durbar diadem. The Delhi Durbar tiara, created by royal jewellers Garrard and Company, has a rich history that began with Queen Mary's visit to India in 1911. The tiara was designed and executed in anticipation of the visit of Queen Mary to India, accompanied by her husband King George V, to attend a special Durbar audience organized in Delhi in December 1911 in honor of celebrating the coronation of her husband and the beginning of his reign as King and Emperor of India. The tiara is made of rounded diamond-cut diamonds, gold and platinum, forming ornaments of forget-me-nots and lyres. In its original design in 1911, the tiara was crowned with 5 teardrop-shaped cabochons of Cambridge emeralds, towering above the tiara like hairpins. In 1922, Queen Mary removed the emeralds from the Delhi Durbar tiara and inserted them into the newly created tiara, which is currently the personal property of Queen Elizabeth II. The Cullinan 3 and 4 stones, also inserted as temporary ones in the central part, were subsequently removed. The tiara was exhibited twice, once in June 1988 as part of an exhibition of jewellery of the royal house at the Christie's auction house, and then in 2001 at the exhibition of tiaras at the Victoria and Albert Museum. In the photo of the Duchess of Cornwall Camilla, who wore the Delhi Durbar tiara in October 2005 at a state banquet held at Buckingham Palace in honour of the visit of the King and Queen of Norway, you can see a modern modification of the tiara. Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, subscribe to the channel and like it. Thanks.